So everything that happened in our parents, in our grandparents, in our lineage is happening right now in us as the trauma and as the creative expression that we are. It's the culmination, the sum, the total sum of everything we've created, right? Hey, Dr. Erin here, Dr. Divinity, teaching metaphysics and universal law. And today we want to talk about your future self. Who is your future self, and how do you truly get in contact and embody your future self? So as somebody who develops and trains practitioners and New Thought ministers and teachers, and of course, doctors of divinity, we teach the power of mind. We recognize spirituality, that there actually is no such thing as time or more evolved or less evolved souls. There is one soul, there is one spirit, and there's one life. And we are the fractal of this one thing going on here. So when we think about our future self or our more evolved self, we recognize that everything is happening right here. There's only right now in this moment. All of our lineage, everything is actually everything that we've created as a spiritual being in the cause and effect universal law. So everything that happened in our parents, in our grandparents, in our lineage is happening right now in us as the trauma and as the creative expression that we are. It's the culmination, the sum, the total sum of everything we've created, right? So our future self is the same. It's really the aspect of ourself that is the most evolved aspect of ourselves. So our future self is in us at a soul level, at the core of who we are, as the source of who we are, that we are right now. So your future self, you may think, is that more evolved self, that person, that essence of yourself that is wise, that knows clearly, truly embodies all the wisdom that you could ever imagine. It's that aspect of yourself that has cleared out their soul, that truly has the ability to hold everyone in their heart. And that's where I think we're going. And that's the point of getting in contact with our quote, quote, future self, is to really tap into that aspect and that potential of ourself, that aspect of ourself that really truly has compassion, meaning to be with the pain, to be with that, is able to truly transcend all the trauma on our spiritual track, all the trauma of the collective consciousness, and really being able to embody the cosmic consciousness, that Christ consciousness, that Buddha consciousness, that consciousness that is one with everything and that can transcend everything through the heart, through the truth of who we are, which is pure consciousness and the divine within. And so in this, I call forth your future self. I call forth my future self, that part of us that is the evolved species, if you will, which really is that part of ourselves that is able to tap in to the universe. My future self, your future self, is the potential of clearing out all the limited beliefs in the soul, all the trauma, transmuting all that trauma to birth the wisdom, to become somebody that is the embodiment of divine. And we're already that. The truth is, you're already that. You can't not be that. You are just the inverted use of that one thing going on. And so we call forth into the future self. So let's do this, right? So how do we call forth the future self? There's two primary ways of calling forth the future self. One is doing the deep inner work to transcend the trauma, to release the limited beliefs. And this can be done, of course, through the E4 trauma method, the process that I developed and train and develop spiritual coaches and practitioners in. There's other ways of clearing the soul. You can do it through, just merging in meditation with your higher self, through breath work, through mantra, through all this stuff to really connect into the truth of who you are, releasing the limited beliefs and allowing your higher self to stream into your soul, right? As your soul. It's basically getting out of the way, clearing out of the way for the truth of yourself, which is already there, okay? That's the first way of connecting with your higher self. The second way of connecting with your higher self or your future self is basically by imagination. Einstein said our greatest faculty is imagination. So if you want to tap into your future self, you can use imagination. I would invite you to sit maybe in your chair at night, light a candle, and imagine yourself having a conversation with your future self. What does she or he want to say to you? What wisdom do they want to give you? What's the one next divine inspired action for you to take in your life, right? I'm not a true believer of going to a psychic outside of yourself. I would recommend going with the psychic within, that part of yourself that is your future self, that can tell you what your greatest next one step is. It knows exactly where your heart sings and where it doesn't sing. It knows when you're in a relationship that's not serving your higher good, and knows when you are, knows what city you truly desire to go to for your highest use of your energy, for you to be in. There is that part of yourself, your future self, that part of yourself that is wise, that has all the answers inside of it. So again, you can go into meditation, you can go into, sitting in a chair, you can do whatever, and imagine yourself in the conversation with your future self. And you can ask questions, you can receive the answers, and have downloads from your true self. And so today, as I know, there is no such thing as your future self. There is no such thing as an older soul or a younger soul. There is only one thing going on, is the constriction of consciousness or the expansion of consciousness. And your older, wiser self, if you will, is the most expanded soul, the soul that's been cleared out for all the divine truth to be revealed in yourself. And that part of you lives in you now. There is no such thing as the future or the past. There is only now. And so may you take some time today to be with your future self and know the truth, and call the embodiment of thyself in right now, right here. So if you enjoyed this video, you guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. It's super important that we get truth out, knowing that it can be very tumultuous times right now, uncertainty, stress, and fear, and all of that is revealed through truth. May we know the truth, and may the truth set us free. Have a beautiful day. And you can click the links below, schedule a breakthrough session, knowing that we're here to serve and have an extraordinary community. Okay. Have a beautiful day, and may you live your truth.